Soft hackle flies have been around forever, but if you're newer to fly fishing, you might not have heard of them. Nymphing has become the most popular way to fly fish, unfortunately, because soft hackle flies are still a really effective way to fish subsurface, especially when insects are emerging out of the gravel and making their way for the surface. You can swing this in rivers as well as retrieve it in still waters. It's a great fly. You're gonna love fishing this thing. Let's get it tied up. To start, Vivus A-Dot brown thread. Take the pheasant tail, and I like to select out 4 fibers. Tying the tail about 1/4 inch. Next, we're going to tie in the wire. This is brassy size in copper. You could use medium size if you wanted to add a little bit of extra weight. Pull up the pheasant and then wrap the wire all the way up to the bead. And now I'm just using my index finger to kind of hold that pheasant tail fiber in place as I'm wrapping around. Sorry that it kind of covers up the hook there. And I don't need to go all the way up to, make sure you leave some room, because that bead is going to be the thorax. It's not going to be on the front. Okay, so now I'm going to wrap my wire forward. And then a couple extra wraps at the top, and then chop the wire, secure it down, and then next we're going to grab our peacock herl. Tying the peacock herl by the tips, I'm using 3 strands. I like to have 3 just in case one of them breaks. I don't have to tie more back in. And I take the peacock herl, I get my fingers wet a little bit, and then I roll it on the thread. And so it creates a rope with the thread in the middle. It adds durability to the fly. So that peacock herl, if it breaks on a fish's tooth, then it won't all come undone. And then I'll pull the thread out of that peacock herl and then tie it off. And now this olive brown ice dub, I love this stuff. It's got this great UV look to it, and I'm just going to tie in just a couple of these strands just to kind of, I don't mind if it's messy. It's just going to add a little bit of reflective flash when that fly is swimming through the water. So now after that half hitch, we cut the thread off, push that bead forward, lay out more thread in front of the bead, and now we're going to tie in our Hungarian partridge feather. And we're going to tie it in by the tip, and so I'm going to strip off all of the fluff off the sides, and then I'm going to pull the fibers down just so I get that little bit of the front stem. Hackle pliers make this a whole lot easier to wrap, and the feather has a natural curvature to it, and we want to make sure that we're tying the feather in with the curvature going to the back. So I'm tying this in on the quill at the tips. Fold the tips backwards with 2 more wraps. That just kind of make sure that it doesn't get pulled out on you. And then start your wraps. I kind of make sure that you kind of pull the fibers back so you can wrap it and they don't get all kind of tangled up. It can be a little bit difficult, so give it a couple tries. Each feather is different. Some feathers they wrap really easily for you, and then others just kind of give you fits. You don't need to use the whole feather. I like to have the soft hackle sparse, not really heavily dressed. So 2.5 wraps, maybe 3 wraps at the most, and then tie off that feather. Hold all those fibers back if they're getting a little squirrely on you, and then a couple thread wraps to kind of create that nice shape of the feather. Strays can just be chopped out of there. Now you'll see that the dubbing is a little bit messy there, but we'll pull some of that out later. That's not a problem. Whip finish to finish the fly. We're going to add a little bit of glue to the head. Pull out some of that ice stub. Some of it has to get cut out. But just a little bit of flash under that soft hackle is great. There's a soft hackle pheasant tail with a thorax bead. Hey, if you found this video helpful, let others know by giving this video a thumbs up. Thanks. All the materials you need to tie this fly are available in our material kit. The kit also comes with the materials to tie our Bead soft hackle emerger as well. You can get that linked in the description below. We love to hear from you. Leave a comment below, and we'll see you in the next video.